And hello, loves. Welcome back to another reactionary video with your girl Sarah. Today we are working on another animated short film. I'm trying to get back into doing them more so because I'm running out of things to react to, in the sense of I'm kind of in between trying to find things. Sometimes I can usually know weeks in advance of, oh, I want to do that, but hey, sometimes that's not the case, and that is why I have a dear old folder for things to react to when I don't know what to react to. So in them is a lot of short animated films, and that is what we're digging into. It's what we started with, so why not let it be something we keep with. Right now we are working on one called Here's the Plan. Let's get into it and see what it says. It's by Fernanda Frick, and as always I leave links their YouTube. Okay, so it reads, a married cat-dog couple of cupcake bakers dream of opening their own bakery. One day their oven breaks and they have to postpone their dream in order to earn money and replace it. Somewhere down the line they drift apart from the dream and from themselves. Oh, I'm hoping that they come back together in the end and fulfill their dream. I'm hoping this is a happy ending, but you never know. Oh, okay, it looks a lot like the cat that we've seen in a previous one. It's not by the same person, so I don't think it's the same. It's just an odd thing to notice.
So here's the plan. We keep living happily together. We keep baking and baking and baking. We plan our wedding, which will be very simple, except for
the cake.
the best cake. Then we promise to love each other a lot.
Yes.
And then we keep on loving each other a lot. Forever.
Aw, sounds like a plan. A good plan. I don't want to see it broken, but we know it's going to. Are we getting a time jump?
Okay, so here's the plan.
But honey, we just did the plan.
No, I mean this.
It's a good animation.
Why? I mean, I want to, but we could do it whenever.
That is one thing that is so hard to do, is to stick with it, because sometimes you might want to be in a little bit of a lull, especially after a big part of your plan, but you got to keep it going. Like, you got to keep it going. I can say this myself. I'm very much in a situation of I'm not in the season of growth yet, of like a big, like, I'm not where I want to be, as far as in I'm grateful for where I am. Let's not get that confused. And I'm not in a place to where I feel like I have hit the goal. I'm still aiming for the goal. Like, I've not self-published my first book yet I'm still writing. I've not gotten my career to where it's where the dream has officially gone. I'm in the growing seat. Like, you always grow, but right now is definitely like a very much more sowing and growing than producing yet. And I still hit at it the way I need to. Like, I still make sure I have a schedule to keep, as far as in making sure that I'm writing when I'm supposed to, that I'm doing these videos when I'm supposed to, recording and editing, trying to keep on. You got to keep moving. Like, no matter what roadblocks you hit, if God's calling you to do something, you have to keep doing it no matter what. Like, growing in the dark is going to happen a lot, especially in the beginning, and you can't let that defeat you. You can't let the enemy get in your head to kind of try to make you subdued, because we aren't promised tomorrow. So you got to keep at it, because you might take too many tomorrows and then eventually it's just gone. It's kind of like, I watched the Testament movie, Parables Retold. They did it very well, as far as in they did a retelling of the talents. Story, to where it showed different, I won't spoil it too much, I'm just going to give a vague about it, but they did, instead of like having it as like money talents, they had it as like piano talents, like a talent. Uh, and one of the characters kept saying, "Oh, I'll get to it tomorrow," and tomorrow never came, and it did not turn out well. So you gotta remember that you gotta keep at it. Keep going no matter what you're hitting. If it's God's plan for you, then just keep at it, because no one and nothing can keep you from God's plan. Only you and God can keep you from that plan. And if He's for you on this, then you got to keep chucking at it. Keep going.
Wait, now?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, I want to, but
Seems like we have one ambitious one and one that's not. That can be good. Sometimes we need a little nudge from our partner. At the same time, you got to be careful that your partner's not going to be the one dragging you down. And you have to not be the partner dragging you. Time comes and life comes enough to intervene what you have set. So you have to be careful not to be the roadblock for yourself or for your partner. I'm not saying as far as in, oh wait, I completely twisted that. There will be times and seasons to where things will come at you and you gotta like know when to breathe and when to just like take a moment. But there's a difference between that and then just like completely like, you have to give your partner grace as well if they are going through a season to where they need to take a breath and they need to take a moment for themselves. I can't think about how I was trying to word that. It's not bad to be a partner who's going through it sometimes. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be dragging your partner down because you're always going through it. And what I'm saying as far as, and you have to be careful that you aren't being one holding you both back. Unless God is telling you to hold back, you have to be careful that you aren't being stuck, I guess, to say the least. Like, I'm trying to say that because, like I said, there are times to where that will be the case, and you should give your partner grace. As far as, and if your partner is the one who is in a moment and in a season that's just like not it for them, and your partner should give you grace if that's the case. But there's a difference. I guess the best way to say is you feel your feelings and then you move through them. Like, you don't want to stay stuck. Like, when you're in a storm, you want to keep moving. Sometimes there's times to where it's just like we want to sit down, and it's good to take a pause to breathe. And in those storms, God will give us space to be able to do that as well with His grace and His peace. Like, many times I will find to where there'd just be like a really bad season of life, and then it's just like there'll be moments to where it's just like, oh, okay, so this is still not where I want it to be, but I'm able to take a breath. Like, as far as, and I have issues with nightmares on a constant basis, to where sometimes it'd be like almost every night is a nightmare, and then it's just like to the point where sometimes I can forget that, oh yeah, every night's not a nightmare, it's just this season of life, to where that seems to be the case, where every night wants to be a nightmare as far as in having nightmares. But then it'd be like, okay, God will give me time in between to where it's just like, yeah, here's a good dream, or here's no dream, so you don't have to worry about there being nightmares. Like, as far as in that kind of situation, like to where there's certain seasons of life to where it'd be storms, and in the midst of the storm, God will give you peace. Like, that's understandable, but you have to be careful not to sit down and camp out that way. Like, you don't, Abraham ended up being the one to go to Canaan to fulfill the Lord's promise, and in a sense, if you read that, there's a good chance that it probably should have been his dad, because his dad ended up packing things up with them and leaving out to go to Canaan, but he ended up stopping, and it stopped their journey right then and there, and Abraham had to be the one to continue on, and his father didn't get to be the one to enjoy that promise. Now, that is speculation influenced by a lot of strong biblical opinions about that, like a lot of biblical scholars' opinions on that. So I like to believe that it seems like that is a very reliable of what was the reality of that. I don't know why I worded that like that. It seems like that is the logical conclusion when you can read that story and you can come to that conclusion. Like, I've come to that conclusion before even getting a lot of confirmation from other people about thinking the same thing. So yeah, don't camp out in your stormy season, or even in your season of mundane, keep going where God's directing you to.
Do you think we can do it?
Together? Of course.
I feel like a baby's going to come into the picture to kind of help this plan. I don't know how that would work, cat and dog, but something in life, if it comes to the story being told that we were told is being told, it's nice that they're going at it, but we are to expect that something else comes to interfere. Or maybe it's just business in general. Like I said, you can work at it. I am an example of working at it, and it just doesn't come when you expect it to. Oh yeah, that was the deal, the oven. Yeah, and you just gotta be careful not to let your hard work technically be wasted by... There's a difference between being wasted that's not really wasted when God calls you somewhere else, because then that learning and what you learned in that season is going to be taken elsewhere. But if God hasn't called you elsewhere, don't let your work be wasted by you taking you elsewhere.
Here's the plan.
I haven't seen this before, but that "here's the plan" sounds familiar. Like maybe I've seen this in a short or something, or maybe I don't know. It's like I feel like I've seen this, but I don't watch these kinds of things unless I'm reacting to them. It's 7 years old, so maybe that's not the case. Maybe I have. I don't know. This seems familiar.
Hey.
As soon as we have enough, we quit.
We will. Then everything will go back to normal.
And I mean, it's good that they're trying to work for a new oven. That's not something that I'm saying is a bad direction. Sometimes you need to go elsewhere to gather stuff for your plan and like God's plan. Like sometimes he will ask for like a detour. Sometimes you need to take detours. Sometimes God calls you to take detours. But you can't, unless, caveat from here on out, just assume everything is, unless God tells you to. But yes, this will be the last time I will say it. Unless God tells you to stay on that detour, don't make that detour your new path. Make that detour, like detours take you back to the same direction you were going or the same place you were going. They are a detour for a reason and not a new direction. Don't let that detour become your new path. Let it be just what it is, a detour. And it seems like that's what they're trying to do, as far as in they're just trying to make it a detour. They're not trying to make it their new path. So what comes next? Like, obviously something must come array more. Like, as far as in, many times people will do that, and you gotta be careful of, they will get a real job. I say that in quotations, as in it, not that it's not a real job, but as in what you are wanting to do is also considered a real job. Like, a lot of people will diss and say you need to get a real job to pay the bills. But if you are putting in the work and the effort and God's calling you to do it, then yes, that is a real job. It's not a bad thing to get like a paying job, we'll say it that way, to support yourself and your family and what you need to. And you have to be careful to where if God isn't calling you to stay there, then don't let it be that you stay there. Like, you have to leave when God tells you to leave. You have to come when God tells you. You got to follow his direction, like, through and through. Like, you got to be careful to be following his direction and not your own direction, because even if we are the best at maps, we all, humankind, are the kind of person that doesn't know how to get to where they want to be, or at least doesn't know the right destination. God is our perfect map, our perfect GPS, to say the least. Without him, we have no clue the right direction or the right destination. Like, it will always be that way. Like, he is, the Holy Spirit is the best guide for every path and every direction in life. 4 minutes 17. I really feel like I've seen this before. Maybe I have seen it.
And
not
done.
anytime recent.
Yeah?
What do you think?
I don't know. It looks weird.
Why?
Like I said, I'm not one to always watch animated shorts before now. but I did on occasion, so maybe I did.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Mm.
just...
Oh,
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
that's sad. You know, I think I watched it on Facebook. I think that's the deal.
I just need to clean up.
Hey, I think we could work a little more and get a bigger kitchen.
And see, he's trying to help at the same time.
For
It's
the
like,
plan, you know?
Okay.
it seems like a good idea. You just have to be careful that that good idea isn't going to keep dragging you to want more and better instead of just doing, because that can also be a thing of we get stuck in the wanting better for our lives, that we forget that the better for our lives is often what we're driven to want to do. Like, they want to own a bakery, so they need to be aiming at that, not getting all the odds and ends to create that. Yes, it seems right in theory to want a better, but they needed an oven, so we'll scratch that off of that was definitely needed. But a bigger kitchen and this and that, like, it sounds good in theory, but if that in theory is causing you to constantly put on hold what you are meant to do, then maybe you aren't doing it right. Because at the end of the day, in 10 or 20 years, not even that, in the amount of time that it took you to do what you think you need to start, you could have already been started and had more progress done. Like, for example, like I have to keep going back to my writing and I guess the YouTube, because that's what I can relate to it best. If I were to wait to write because I wanted to get my first book published first, like I did the first book and now I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting, then in the time that it takes me to actually get that first book published, if I'm continuing to wait, then I stick on that one book. But if I instead do what I'm doing now and think, okay, well, all I can do now is wait until I have the funds to get the next step done. So if there is nothing more to be done on that book for now, instead of waiting for that to happen, I'm just going to go ahead and do other things that can be done and start working on book 2 and book 3 and the other, like my other stories. Like, that is my focus, and doing that and getting other things edited and done. And then the same thing with the YouTube. If I just went ahead and did it to where, oh, I'll just do this when I'm in the mood for it, or edit this in a couple weeks, or just like if I played timeline of do what I want when I'm in the mood for it instead of getting into that rhythm and that schedule, even though there's nothing seemingly to pay off from it, then I would miss out on all the growth that I've done, all the trial and error, and just learning what works for me and just what is like. You learn so much more by just doing than waiting to get everything just right to start. Because time is the one thing you can't get back. So when you use it poorly, it is just like many of us dream of what we could have done differently. But when you live your life of trying your best not to make it to where you regret yesterday, you have to do your best to learn from your regrets and do what needs to be done. Not just what you think needs to be done.
I'm sorry.
Do what makes you, I don't want to say happy, because happy is like such a temporal thing, but do what brings you joy is the best. Like, not in a sense of just going by the feelings, but as far as in, if you aren't feeling joy in your life, you need to do a self-check and pray and just see what the Lord is willing to direct you to bring that joy.
Hey, look what I found.
Because in reality, I guess we can just take a book out of Ecclesiastes, or I guess take a note out of there.
I never got to fix them.
Life is
I'm
meaningless.
sorry.
It's okay.
If you waste it, then what was the point?
We've just been so busy
But if
these
you
past
actually
years.
use it,
I mean, when was the
wisely,
last time we baked something?
then it just brings so
Oh,
much more enrichment
I
to
have
you.
to go.
It's sad because he's the one that kind of derailed the plan, and she's the one getting caught up more so in it, which is causing their distance. But it definitely seems like she's got a work-life balance, or imbalance. You gotta learn to say no. It's hard, but there's a reason you clock out of work, because you're supposed to be able to cut work out.
I'm home now.
What?
Aww. He was trying to plan baking with her. She forgot about the anniversary. I figured she just wasn't able to say no.
No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to finish this thing and then it got dark
Oh, he
and
fixed it.
You prepared all this.
You forgot.
No, I didn't. I was just so busy and I was the only one who
No.
Oh, she forgot their plan. Like I said in the beginning, you gotta be careful that you're not your partner's,
We can still quit.
What?
that you're not
you
derailing your
serious?
partner from the plan.
I know we lost sight of it.
'Cause you never know
but
what happens.
we can
when
still
you
follow
take
the
that
plan.
detour for
Together.
too long.
But we're good. I mean, we're finally stable. Why risk our jobs in the house? And you know they need me at work. And it's just
It's sad because now she's become someone he doesn't recognize. I mean, yeah, he has a right to be mad. At the same time, you have to also realize where your fault is in this situation. You can't put someone down a path and then act like they're the only reason they're down that path. But now they're stuck in the cycle. Looks like she's trying though, but is it because she's trying and not willing to give up that part he wants her to? Or is she just... It seems like she's still not at that point of giving up the detour. Or maybe not. They're still young, they still have time. Oh, she bought them instead of made them.
You don't get it.
What?
I can't do this anymore.
You can't just... If you want something fixed, you have to voice what the problem is. Or even if not, like, you can't just give up without giving it your all. Especially in a marriage. Like, you can't expect somebody to know where you're at if you're not willing to tell them where you're at. I mean, I get she should know what the problem is. At the same time, she can't read minds. It's been so long, like, she needs a reminder. It's only been like 5 minutes for us, but it's been like years for her. Some people just need a reminder. Or just voice out loud what the deal is. But expect your partner just to know what it is if you aren't willing to voice it. And that's unfair to expect them to just automatically know. I mean, it's understandable and it's somewhat sensitive if you've told them time after time after time.
hey,
But if you haven't, then
Please don't say.
Here's the plan.
There are no more plans. Huh? What?
Here's the plan.
What are you?
I don't need
Okay,
a
maybe
house.
don't destroy the house you put money into.
I
I mean, I
don't
get
need
you
the
kind
kitchen.
of prove your point at the same time. Unless you have a plan of peacekeeping
Don't need
destruction, this maybe.
any of this.
It's good to see that she broke out of that though,
I just needed
Literally.
you.
and figuratively.
Us. Our first plan. Just us and our ridiculous cupcakes.
Oh, that's nice to see. Oh, it looks like they did get their dream finally. And a studio
So-
apartment to match.
What's the plan?
Okay, that was sweet. And I thank you, Ups, for watching this with me and for staying until the end. Is always greatly appreciated. And yeah, that is it for me and for this video. I bid you all a wonderful day and pray blessings upon you all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whenever it is for you. It is night for me, so good night to you. Goodbye.